Hello everyone, this is Pamperchew. Today I'm going to show everyone how to make a SCSI cable with more than one plug on it, so that you can have more than one drive on each connection. This is a 50 pin SCSI cable, and normally, most of the time, it is just one connection on each side. One side goes to the SCSI controller and the other side goes to the drive. SCSI can have, depending on the amount of bits in the bus, can have up to, I think, 16 devices on a 32-bit device, 8 devices on a 16-bit device, and 4 devices on a 8-bit device. And I experimented with setting up a PD disk RAID. I haven't tried it yet, but I did get all drives to work on one connection. If you look here on my controller card, and that goes up to the back of the drives, and all 3 drives are connected on this line. And there's space for 2 more drives if I take out the floppy drive, so I was going to try and make a cable that had even more connections. So to get 5 I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And I have a couple cables here. I'm going to show you how to make the connectors and how to take off the connectors and put them on other cables. And this works for any ribbon type cable. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to make this cable is grab the 3 cables that I'm going to be working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the longer cable as the receiving cable, and these as the donors. And so the first thing I got to do is take these connectors off, because I'm going to reuse these connectors on that one. Right on this side, this one has a clip that covers the back side of this ribbon. I'm going to take that off first. And I don't want to break it, I just want it to pop off. So I'm carefully lifting it. Okay. There. And now I need to take off the second part. So the main connection is in between here. That's the edge of the ribbon cable there. It has a back retaining clip, and this style has looks like a piece of metal that's holding it together. Bend out that little tab. Be careful not to break it. And see if I got it lifted up far enough. Put glue on the back of this one, making it a little tough. What I'll do is heat it up a little bit. Soften the glue up. There it goes. Now that side's off. Go to the other side. Okay. Same thing. Lift the tab. And slowly and evenly pop them both up. I'm scraping the glue out here. You can see all the glue in there. Okay. What I'll do before I put these back together is bend those little clips back down in the right position. Once that piece comes off, you'll be able to see the back side of the connector, and then all you really have to do is peel the ribbon cable off like this, being careful not to rip out the little pins. Here you can see the cable after the socket's been removed and how the pins actually connect to the wires. There's just little metal blades that are compressed down into the cable and bite into each wire separately. Kind of neat. And the back side of the connector is how it's aligned. See the grooves there, aligned to the grooves on the ribbon cable. Alright, next one. Okay, so here we have all the connectors that I pulled off of two cables, and next I'm going to take this cable and start prepping it and attaching the new connectors. Since the drives are just about stacked on top of each other inside the computer, the distance from one connector to the other is going to be exactly this height for the same drive, since the connector's in the same position on all the drives. So on one drive it'll be here, the next drive there, and so on and so on. And I'll add a little bit of space for the gap that's in between. So the first thing I wanted to do is see how tall this is, and it's probably 1.5 inches, something like that. I can look that up online, but it's about that high. Since it's going to be 4 connections, so I'm just going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right about there. It's going to be the lowest connection, and I'm just going to mark it right there, and that's where I'm going to make a cut to get this material off, but not completely off. So right there. Save that for later. So this is the area we're working with, and the direction of the notch. Actually, I should have paid attention to the direction of the notch. Let's see what side the notch is on. The notch is on the top side. So, did I screw this up already? Let's see here. The notch is on the top side. Oops. Yeah. I did this backwards. Anyway, who cares? I don't need to need a shield right now. I'll put it on afterwards. Save this piece. Okay. So top side. This is going to be number 1, or actually number 0. Number 0. repair the clip here by bending it inward so that it's pushed inward like that. Okay. Clear out any boogers like there. And so here I have two drives stacked, and I'm going to use this to measure the distance that the connectors need to be. And here's the final product. Now to hook it up to the drives.